Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Dubnus Drubbings. And this week we finally have reached the playoffs. I can't tell you how relieved I am to have reached the playoffs. The group stages are fun and all, but the playoffs, you know, they actually fucking matter, right? Group stage, it's just kind of a formality to get into the playoffs. So this is where the real shit happens. Alright. So we're gonna obviously cover the main bracket first. So our first match is gonna be Cum versus HKLA on Saturday, March 12th at 22 UTC, and I'll be casting it. Now listen, HKLA, they've brought in some substitutions. I know because those people are in B-Way and I'm in B-Way, so obviously I hear about these things. Some pretty okay infantry, and HKLA, they have decent air anyway, right? So I don't want to say it's going to be a complete stomp, especially on the Gurney lane, right? The Gurney lane's a piss take, in my opinion. You know, HKLA, they're starting on the stronger side. They've got NC, so they've got the NC Maxes, which are really powerful. You know, do I favour them on almost every base on that lane? Yeah, to be honest, right? Because you can have them switch to Ravens, right? And stuff, and cause a lot of damage that way. So yeah, they are useful. I know the HKLA pilots will be happy that they're on NC as well. So it's going to be interesting, but I am predicting Cum to, of course, win, and hopefully that'll be a fun cast to do. Then our next match is going to be Rat versus Cobalt Terrans, and honestly, just Cobalt Terrans, yeah, they should win it. The only thing that's kind of going against Cobalt Terrans is the fact they are playing on lane 3, Karate versus Wokuk. Karate 2 Wokuk, apologies. And that is a good lane for Rat. But I actually think Cobalt Terrans have a stronger air roster and a stronger infantry pool. So I think they're going to win. I know Rat have NC, but honestly, I do think Cobalt Terrans are going to win. Which, I wouldn't have said at the start of the season, but, they've really improved. They made some changes. And so, yeah, semi-final 1 will be Cum versus CBT, which I'll talk about in a minute. Quarterfinal 3, however, Cope versus PTSD. Look, PTSD got slapped up by WFAT. I know it was only 3-0, but they did get slapped up. Like, the first half was just so convincing. Like, you could tell what the result was going to be just off the first half. So PTSD versus Cope, yeah, not much of a chance. If they win the opener both times and they can keep it to a 2-0, there is a chance. And on the Harker Crown lane, that is a possibility. But it's like a 20-30% possibility at most, and that's been quite generous, I think. So yeah, Cope to win that one. And finally, playoff 4, WFAT versus Mood. Mood, they beat Rally, surprisingly, 4-1. And, in terms of any changes, I don't know if they have made any changes. Haven't heard anything yet. But still, they have a decent roster. But just WFAT's performance against PTSD should mean that they win. So those are the quarterfinals. Now, staying on theme with next week's matches, we've got VCats versus Toes. I do expect Toes to win. Obviously biased. I think they've got better air. I think they've got better armor. and I'd say the infantry might be possibly-ish the same. Maybe they've got a little bit better, but listen, they're playing on lane 3, so as long as they don't fuck it up, right? As long as they use their air and armor advantage, they should win. Mainly their air advantage. And then Rally versus Sammy, that's pretty much written already for Rally to win that one. Okay, so let's look at the semi-finals then. So, Come versus CBT is going to be super close, I think. And it will really depend on the lane, but Come just about edge it out. Just. Combat Tones, they've made some serious roster moves. Kind of, fucking off some people who haven't done much and bringing on a bunch of people who they know how to play the game, or at the very least, they know how to play infantry. So it's going to be really close, but I do expect Come to win because I'm biased. And that would put them in the final. And then Cope versus WFAT. This is also good. Honestly, these are the top 4 teams in the tournament, 100%. Come versus CBT and Cope versus WFAT. These are the top 4 teams in the tournament right now. Right, Cope drew with CBT and Come, and WFAT. What did Come win? Let me just double check that. Yeah, it was a draw. It was a draw. And then WFAT obviously have been in it, kind of hiding in the B bracket a little bit. Sorry, Group B. So we don't really know how they're going to compare to the other 3. But it's going to be super close. I do expect Cope to win. I've heard of a couple roster changes for Cope, mainly bringing in a very well-known Euro pilot. So I do expect Cope to win. Again, I'm kind of just basing this off rosters, right, and not taking into account lanes, because I wanted to kind of just give a bit of a preview. Also, a bit of a preview into the Hope Trophy. We should have for the grand final of the Hope Trophy, Rally versus Toes, and then Sammy versus VCats as well for the losers final. I would expect Sammy to beat VCats, but honestly, that one could really go either way, and it's far too early to tell. We have to see how they play in semi-final 5 and 6. And then Rally versus Toes. Again, if both those teams make it, I kind of expect Rally to win, but it's too early to tell. This group, these 4 teams, they're in constant flux. Too difficult really to tell accurately. So, as you can see, I've left the winner state blank because it's a little early to be calling out winners, I think, personally. So we'll see, right? A lot of it depends on lanes and who plays on what, who gets which faction. So, for now, we shall see. In terms of anything else we need to discuss, just to revisit our predictions from the last week of the group stages. Combat Terrans versus VCats. I predicted Combat Terrans to win. They did. Although I think that was actually a forfeit. Rally versus Mood. I did say Rally to win. I really did. And, let's go have a look at the rosters here. We go have a look at these rosters. We look at the Rally roster. Frederick is supposed to be quite a good FC. Nikom is good at armor. Lude is a good infantry player. I think Delta's also armor player. Gayboy is good infantry. Dudus is a pilot. Infinite Spires is a pilot. FD Swan is a cracked infantry player as well. So it's weird to see them lose this, because then we look at the Mood roster, and pound for pound, right? Okay, yeah, they do have Toby and Gretchen, Moscow, Sup, and the other Toby as well. And okay, Litty, Alex, yeah, Zangief, yeah. Doc Ralph is also a decent player, decent medic for sure. Steep Boy's okay. Who else do I really recognise? Don't think I recognise any other names on that roster. None which would apply to Lanesmash. But, you know, pound for pound, they should have done better because they should have taken air control, right? But they didn't. So they lost. Lol. Toast versus Rat. Rat fucked him up. Unlucky. Cope versus Calm. I did say it was a high percentage chance of a draw. I also did give the edge to Cope, so I was wrong. It was a draw. That was kind of my secondary prediction. It's like a 30-40% chance of a draw, some shit like that. So that was close enough. HKLA versus Sammy. I think I predicted HKLA. And PTSD versus WFAT. I definitely predicted WFAT. So not too bad on the predictions thus far in the tournament. Okay, those are my playoff predictions. There will be more content coming at some point. I've just been really busy. Like a lot of my time is being currently taken up by B-Way. So you can blame B-Way for a lack of content currently. Get fucked. Have a good one, and see you in the next video. Probably, maybe. We'll see.